Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. You get fairy dust. I get fairy dust. The sweet little Amelie gets fairy dust. Okay. This is the tool of tools. It is my favorite tool. I use it every single day. I use it every single day thinking about it and not thinking about it. I use it as one of my go-tos. Like, one of the roles for tools in my life is when shit goes down, I know what to do. So if shit has gone down and I haven't thought of it previously, I will put the shit going down on the ladder of trust and see where everything, that helps me see clearly. The ladder of trust is kind of like a lens, to see things more clearly, to see the relationship more clearly. Okay. So there's a few, I love this tool so much. It's my favorite tool and I can't wait to share it with you. Okay. And just so you know, I will be putting this tool up, and that as time goes forward, I will come back and apply more examples, because it truly is better when you have examples where you can truly understand, like, oh, that's what that means, and oh, that's the invisible ladder, and oh, that's the rung at a time, and oh, that person went more than one rung at a time, and that's why that didn't work, dot, dot, dot. Okay, so we'll start off with the tool and then go from there. Okay. So there is so this is the first thing you need to understand, that there is an invisible ladder between you and every single person you encounter. Your spouse, your child, your parents, the barista, the mailman, the this, the that, any person that we engage with, there is an invisible ladder between me and that person. And we climb this ladder with each other, one rung at a time. Healthy people climb the ladder of trust one rung at a time. And where we know the other person is on that ladder, which rung they're actually on, is by behavior and behavior only. Behavior is the thing that determines the placement on the ladder of trust. That's just the way it is. So where the person is on the ladder, we know exactly because of what the behavior is. So the reason why that's important and it's tricky is because on the ladder of trust, people can say they're up higher on the ladder than they actually are, as evidenced by their behavior. And also, we can want people to be higher than they are on the ladder versus what the evidence of the behavior is. So that's why that behavior is the only legitimate marker of where a person exists on the ladder of trust. Okay. So there's an invisible ladder between me and you and me and everyone else too, me and Amelie. And how we know where each other is on that ladder of trust is by behavior. Okay. So let me give you the examples that I give when I'm in my office. Okay. So let's say I'm walking my dog in the neighborhood, walking in the neighborhood, and I say, good morning. So, when I say trust, ladder of trust, it's about trust in this relationship, trust and intimacy is involved. And so the higher you are on the ladder with someone, the more intimate the relationship is. A healthy relationship. Unhealthy relationships, you can have known that person a long time, but you're not so high up the ladder because the behavior isn't there. Again, this will all make sense when I'm done. Okay, here we go. So, walking my dog, and I see somebody else in the neighborhood, and I say, good morning. Okay, that is me being vulnerable and putting myself out there. There's this invisible ladder between me and this person that's walking around in the neighborhood, and I'm saying, good morning. I'm making myself vulnerable. And like I say, healthy people can climb up one rung of the ladder. That is an appropriate climb. When you see another human being, you can greet them. That is appropriate. So I'm being vulnerable. Okay, let's say in this scenario, the person ignores me, like does not answer, doesn't say good morning, doesn't do anything. So healthy people can go up one rung of the ladder and handle, easily cope with, be completely okay with falling one rung. Healthy people can handle the falling of one rung. Okay, so I say good morning to this person. That's me going up one. I'm saying I want to be more closer to you because I'm going to talk to you now. Good morning. And the person ignores me. Okay, so what I wanted the person to do was also to say good morning, to match me, to climb that ladder with me, to match me. But the person is ignoring me, doesn't have AirPods in or anything, like he's just ignoring me. So you would think that that person is not engaging with me and that we're not on a ladder, but we absolutely are. And what the ladder is telling us is that, as evidenced by his behavior, he does not want to climb this ladder. And so because I accept his response, and it is a response, no response is a response. No response is a response. No response is a response. No response, aka ghosting, aka ignoring, that is a response. And when we use the ladder of trust, that's why it's annoying to passive aggressives, because we can't, the no response is in fact a response. Okay, and the response is, okay, the guy said nothing, but what he screamed at me with his behavior was, I do not want to talk to you. I do not want, maybe it's, I don't want to engage. I'm going on a walk. I just want to have my own time. I don't want to engage with anybody. I don't want this. Whatever you're offering, I don't want it. That's what he's saying. And he's screaming it at me. Like, I can hear it very clearly. Our hearing increases when we know the ladder of trust and we interpret behavior as a verbal exchange. We treat it exactly the same way. Okay, so I say good morning. This guy doesn't, he's not saying good morning. And so because I'm a healthy person, I can come down one rung of the ladder and accept him where he is. Love him for where he is. He just doesn't want to do this. I'm not the boss of him. I don't get to tell him who he should and should not talk to somebody in the neighborhood. And so I'm going to break this up into several videos so we have a complete understanding. And I'm going to end this video here, which is what you have learned from this video, this one that we're on right now. Number one is that there is an invisible ladder between us and everybody else in the world, and that we climb the ladder, healthy people climb the ladder one rung at a time, and that how we know where a person is on the ladder with us, who has trust in us and who we trust, is by their behavior and behavior only. So you're taking away those 3 principles from this video. And if it's still lost on you, that's okay, because I'm not done with my explanation of the other examples of how the ladder of trust work. But what we can know now, what our takeaway from this is those 3 things, and then just a knowledge that healthy people can go down one rung and not suffer at all. Not suffer at all. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful. We're about to continue.